Wednesday morning. I'm in our Presbyterian Church, and we are reading and discussing Jeremiah as a part of the continuing effort to think through and understand what the Bible says and also what we can say we believe.
I have a question
Yes.
before we start. When I went, because I didn't want to carry the Bible, I have the phone. When I went to NRSV, on here it said NRSV UE. What edition is that, do you know? No.
Unsigned version.
Updated edition.
It might be.
Could be.
I don't know.
I don't know,
So NRSV, which is that's the latest translation of RSV, but
UE.
Nope.
Right.
Nope, not that.
Okay. I'll check it out later.
Yeah.
Updated edition. Okay.
Oh, that's just a guess. It could be something
Well, I thought you were edition, but I thought that might be universal.
Oh, that could be it.
I remember buying international version Bible thinking that would be good, but I.
Not so international.
It's very
New international version. No, that's not.
I actually, my wife found one that was on that translation committee.
That give you some insight. I like in some of the Bible studies I've done, I do introductory courses. People always ask, especially people that aren't reading the Bible, they go, "Oh, I buy a Bible, but should I buy?" And I don't want to say, "Oh, well, this is the one," because I don't believe that. When we were in seminary, we were taught, the best thing to do is to put the Bible in front of you, have three maybe around you, and you read all of them. But to make sure that the Bibles that you're reading are translations. That they make some claim have looked at the original languages before they produce the English version. And then the other question to ask is, why was this Bible published? And the NIV is an example of why was this Bible published. It was published to create a more focused, male-centered theology. It was really literally done to remove any hints of womanism, feminism, and especially in the New Testament part. And you can see the sample of it. I know the reference in where Paul says, the man is the head of the household. When you go there, you see the bias of the translators, why they want to do what they want to do. They set off into its own paragraph, one sentence. They put one sentence all by itself, and that sentence said, "Be subject to one another out of love." And that is, in English class, they would say, what's the topic of paragraph? That's the topic of Paul's paragraph. Be subject to one another. Then he moves on, and he goes, as far as men, as far as women, you should be subject to your husbands. But then the second part is, as far as men, you should be, they changed the word. You should love your wives. And
the Greek is the same.
the Greek is the same word.
So it's not subject to one another anymore.
No, it is not.
Okay.
And I run into people all the time who have read the Bible and they're hostile to Paul. And I go, okay, I don't know that you're hostile to Paul. I think you're hostile to the translation groups who got together and pushed the language of Paul into a male-dominated language. Because Paul couldn't possibly have it. There were three women that he names who were responsible for his entire understanding of the gospel. He learned it from women. So the NIV, they were organized when the Presbyterian church split into two parts when it became the Presbyterian church was sourcing out of Princeton Seminary, and then the Presbyterian church sourcing out of the Philadelphia Seminary, Presbyterian Seminary. And the issue was the ordination of women. And so
Was that after the combination of the South and the North?
Yes. We were one denomination.
Was that the Covenant Presbyterian Church?
Covenant Presbyterian, another little splinter group went on that later on.
CA.
Yeah.
Presbyterian Church
Presbyterian Church in
in
America.
Is that the Philadelphia one?
No. This argument was before that.
Oh.
But it was, I can't think of the sort of the all-encompassing name
Right.
that describes the two general approaches.
Right.
But all of the very conservative arms of the Presbyterian Church have been splinters off from Philadelphia. Westminster. It was Westminster Seminary. Westminster became the bastion of anti-womanist, anti-liberation theology. Princeton also stated that. But anything that they thought were liberal nuances that were sneaking into the text. So they formed a committee, and I always say, you wouldn't believe what people, they put the meaning and power they put into these books. If you would see how the translation committees were formed, and how they work. They would generally, for the NIV, I have 24 scholars. And 24 scholars were all men, and they were all of the most conservative tradition that you could get. And so here's how it works. They go through their translate, they're sitting at a table, translate, and they're agreeing. Well, then this, until they come to an issue. And there are many issues when you're reading in the original language.
What Bible were they using?
Well, they would have a combination of them. They would argue that they would have Latin Vulgate. The King James, not so much these translations, because King James is considered an original source. It's also a translation. But they liked the translation of the King James because it was poetic. You know, there was some beauty to it.
Right.
The 23rd Psalm. Who could match the poetry of that? So they would have that nearby, but they would also have in front of them the original manuscripts or pieces of them. So they have this panel, and they would have behind them serfs who are helping them as a scholar to be ready when arguments come up. And there are some places where real arguments, they're all looking at original text and arguments emerge about how this should be translated. And after the argument goes on for a while, when they do, they vote. All in favor? And majority, and they move on. And part of what influences translation is who paid for this. And that's also how the translators got to the table. You hate to politicize. Can't the Bible be somehow neutral? No, it can't be. Because it didn't get to us from a neutral place. It got to us from agendas, good or bad. But it got to us. Mixed. And some places mixed. But it got to us from agendas. The sad part is with rare exceptions, almost all what we call translations today were done by men. They're done by men. That's who the scholars are. And some of the women who are educated at that level have no interest. They've lost any sense of why this is important. Because women have been so dramatically removed from translations, from context, from everything, and they give up hope. So I still keep, like Sunday, I get very excited when I'm reading along, and I'm reading in translations that I trust, but then I have some contemporary scholars, men, two of them men, who've dedicated their lives to being able to read Koine Greek, to understand it. And they put the translation here, and then they work through the original language, have Greek New Testament, and in their depth of knowledge of the range of vocabulary, they show me a completely different understanding. You know, that Sunday I can't get over that one word, I-V-A, Hina. And it means in order that.
That was interesting, really interesting.
You know, and it changes everything, because it's like Jesus all of a sudden becomes a legalist. He says, if you love me, keep my commandments. But what he actually said is, if the commandment is, let me love you. And I keep thinking about that. The argument that takes place between Jesus and Peter at the foot washing. Jesus is on his knees, and he comes around Peter and says, wash your feet. Peter says, no, you cannot wash my feet. Jesus says the most strange thing. He says, Peter, if I do not wash your feet, then you can have no part in what is happening here. And it fits with this same twist, this passage that Jesus says, love your neighbor as I have loved you. And it all begins with an awareness brought by Jesus into their lives that God loves them. And that God loving you is the beginning. And the next part, in order that, it's I get so excited about working in my office there. I know. The only one that scares a dog. And I invite her on my lap and say, look at this. All right, so
I don't even know about this translation because I think it came on Kindle. But it's so handy.
This is really involved. We're in Gateway also, NRSV.
English Standard Version.
Okay. That's sort of the neutral one. I mean, that one Lanny. I forget who the publishers of that were, what their agendas were. But everybody has
Not
But everybody has an agenda. And I would like to remind people that the one version of the Bible had the biggest agenda was King James. Because the reason King James wasn't really, he was non-Christian. He didn't care that much about faith. But he didn't like what he had heard from some of what was happening in the chapels about the low view of kings. He didn't like that. And so when he chose his scholars, what's that?
It's understandable.
Yeah, he's like, wait a minute, I'm a king. This book is going to be read throughout my kingdom, and purports to be the word of God. We got to clean this up a little bit. And that's what he did. He had this agenda. And by the way, he wasn't a nice man. And King James was a terrible man. But he spoke the word of God.
Okay, now Latin Vulgate, is that a translation from Greek to Latin? Is that Latin Vulgate?
No, the Vulgate was translation of the Hebrew into Latin. And then later, it was continued as what was emerging as the Koine Greek New Testament was also added. So there was a Latin version in Latin, because many Romans, they spoke Latin, and they wanted it. So the Vulgate is a contemporary kind of rendering of it that eventually bridged both the Hebrew Scriptures and the New Testament.
Vulgate is the common language, people's way of speaking. Is it not?
Among the Romans, in the among Jesus' contemporaries was Aramaic.
Right.
But even then, we don't have the New Testament in Aramaic. You have it in Greek.
So some of it had the,
Well, it wasn't written in Jesus.
so when they express.
Yes. When they find scraps in Aramaic, but not a lot, because Aramaic was the language of the uneducated.
Right.
And especially,
Lingua franca was Latin.
yeah, Latin.
Or Greek, actually, Greek, because a lot of trade went through that area, and a lot of the rest of the world spoke Greek.
Yep. And so the writing of the New Testament, can be depressing. The writing of the New Testament was more influenced by Greek philosophy. Greek philosophy. So when you use the word sarx in Greek, spirit, which is translated spirit, in the Greek cosmology, spirit and body are separate. We are our spirits, and we're trapped in bodies. And the body is an unfortunate cage in which the spirit, ideal spirit, is captured. That's Greek theology. That's Greek philosophy. And then it runs into the Hebrew. I always try to say it's hard to get this, but for the Hebrews, spirit was breath. There's nothing mystical about it, because the Hebrew people, by and large, their history was agrarian. It was dirt. It's weeds. Listen to the illustrations of Jesus. It's weeds. It's grapevines. It is very earthy. Pigs. It's earthy. And in their mind, what we refer to as spirit and body were one part of each other. The body gives rise to this word spirit, but it's not. And then to me, as I'm going through, I was a philosophy major, right? So I studied Greek philosophy. I studied all these images that were supposed to be non-Christian. But when you listen, Christians interpret their faith. It's just Greek theology. It's I've said this before. The Hebrew people, Jesus' people, when you were buried, you died. And your spirit, body, mind, everything turned to the elements of the earth. And the reason they didn't want to bury criminals was they didn't want the criminal element back in the great cycle of life. So they tossed your body on the surface of the ground, and then the birds come along and eat it. I don't know how that kept you out of But we weren't recontaminating. You're a bad person. And that makes sense when you keep in mind the earthiness of these Hebrew people. The other thing that I always describe it as an unfortunate consequence in our what do we talk about our Jewish Christian heritage, Hebrew, is the body and the spirit intertwine each other so much that if I was missing a hand, I was missing part of a human. Didn't have and so unfortunately it led to the kind of negative experience people who have one leg.
We're born with.
Yeah, born because you were less than human.
The Jews to today, if there's an accident or a bombing, they try and scrape up every little piece of flesh so that you could be buried intact as much as possible.
Yeah.
Is that the same idea?
It's the same idea. And some say I celebrate that because it fights off this spiritualism of understanding us. I'm more like a scientist. I think that what we call the spirit, the intellect, rises out of the complexity of who we are. I don't have to go to another dimension in order to understand the animation of the human body. And I think Hebrew theology got that. They got that. It was also the basis of why treating a person physically badly was so heinous. But conquering a nation, and actually,
10,000 of it's okay.
But I think about, I hope it's not in a prejudiced way, but I think about in the Far East, some of the religions of the Far East separate spirit and body so much, in that you can have this existence. And I personally feel like when you look at this history of torture and the experience of people in those traditions, the ability to imagine yourself as out of body is aided. It's just aided. It makes sense. And also, what it did was allow brutal emperors and to come along and treat bodies of people like garbage, because it didn't matter. Their spirit be released, and then go on to something better. Now that's a whole pile of stuff, but it's all here. It's right behind the page. People are trying to translate this, and then once you get to English, it still has a journey of, so what does this mean for us?
And then you've got the problem of antique English and modern English, and they keep giving us more and more translations.
And UK English.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy.
Well, and how about New York English?
And how about London English?
There you go.
Yeah.
The words have way
different
different
meaning.
meanings. I looked at NRSVUE up. It is updated edition. It offers clarity and advancement while preserving tradition. Whatever that means. The NRSVUE is by far the most comprehensive and highly regarded translation. Says who? Probably the people who wrote it.
That's why it's highly regarded.
Yeah, highly regarded. But it's from the NRSV.
I love to hear it all.
Yeah.
Well, you can tell I love to talk about it, because we graduated from seminary, my friends and I, we look at each other and go, wow, we learned a lot of information we'll never know.
Right, exactly. No, that's not true, though.
Well, yeah, but we're different.
But if you get something and does it in the sermon.
Oh, yeah, then you'll have people nodding along.
Yeah.
Okay, get to the point.
Sure.
Yes, absolutely. Yes, even if you're not sharing the information, it's part of your DNA now to impart that information.
It changes the way I hear it, just again, the way I hear it. And so then it changes. Yeah, and then people will often remark, sometimes negative. I've never heard anybody
Say
talk
that.
about it. Thank you.
Exactly.
My mother-in-law my ex-mother-in-law came in my office and sat down, gave me a lecture, said she's listened to hundreds of preachers, Bible teachers. No one has ever taught the kind of thing that I teach.
That's it. Which ones are you listening to? That's not a problem with the Quran. It's the same. There are no translations. It's exactly the same. Problem is,
It's all in one language.
well, and when you're reading it, even if you understand the language, each person's understanding is different from the next. So you can read reams of paperwork by previous scholars, but when you read it, it could mean something entirely different. And the scholars have all different opinions, and so even if there's no translations, it ends up being that way. Exactly. So there's that problem of being human, and exactly.
So in the scholarly world, that's called hermeneutics. And hermeneutics means leading out of. So we have this idea that we lead the meaning out of text. And there's another phrase which is the opposite, which is I see Jesus. I see Jesus when we import without realizing it. We import our worldview into text.
That I think is a bigger problem.
Oh, I think it's absolutely the biggest problem of all. Because we don't see it. We don't see how who we are. And I try to be humble about this too. And I'm going to go, why does this mean so much to me? I'm excited about it. That's important in the interpretation process. I'm not neutral about this. So I bring me. I bring my experience, frustration, anger with consequences of what I think were false interpretations, and bring that to the text. And then the trick is to read it in settings like this, where you can be humble, try to be humble each other. So let's read it. Jeremiah is going to get on his soapbox and he is going to preach. Boy, he is going to preach to the people. So who's going to read our sermon? Yes, it is.
37 verses.
They only included 13 verses.
13 is, do I add it wrong?
Are you sure? Mine goes on and on also.
Yeah, 37 verses.
Yeah. No, I have the updated and it's 37.
Start, go from there, when you get tired.
Well, mine has a title, Israel forsakes the Lord. The word of the Lord came to me, saying, Go and proclaim in the hearing of Jerusalem, thus says the Lord. I remember the devotion of your youth, your love as a bride, how you followed me in the wilderness and land not sown. Israel was holy to the Lord. The first fruits of his harvest, all who ate of it incurred guilt. Disaster came upon them, declares the Lord. Hear the word of the Lord, O house of Jacob, and all the clans of the house of Israel. Thus says the Lord. What wrong did your fathers find in me? They went far from me, and went after worthlessness, and became worthless. They did not say, Where is the Lord who brought us up from the land of Egypt, who led us in the wilderness, in a land of desert pits, in a land of drought and deep darkness, in a land none passed through, where no man dwells? And I brought you into a plentiful land to enjoy its fruits and its good things. But when you came in, you defiled my land and made my heritage an abomination. The priest did not say, Where is the Lord? Those who handle the law did not know me. The shepherds transgressed against me. The prophets prophesied Baal, and went after things that do not profit. Therefore I still contend with you, declares the Lord, and with your children's children I will contend. For cross to the coast of Cyprus Sea, or send to Kedar and examine with care, see if there has been such a thing. Has a nation changed its gods even though there are no gods? But my people have changed their glory for which does not profit. Be appalled, O heavens, at this. Be shocked, be utterly desolate, declares the Lord. For my people have committed two evils. They have forsaken me, the fountain of living waters, and hewed out the cisterns for themselves, broken cisterns that can hold no water. Is Israel a slave? Is he a homeborn servant? Why then has he become prey? The lions have warred against him. They have warred loudly. They have made his land a waste. His cities are in ruins without inhabitant. Moreover, the men of Memphis and Tapanhes have shaved the crown of your head. Have you not brought this upon yourself by forsaking the Lord your God, who led you in the way? And now, what do you gain by going to Egypt to drink the waters of the Nile? Or what do you gain by going to Syria to drink the waters of Euphrates? Your evil will chastise you, and your apathy that was gets
Yeah, apostasies.
apostasy, will reprove you. Know and see that it is evil and bitter for you to forsake the Lord your God. The fear of me is not in you, declares the Lord God of hosts.
For long ago you broke your yoke and burst your bonds, and you said, I will not serve. On every high hill and under every green tree, you sprawled and prostituted yourself. Yet I planted you as a choice vine from the purest stock. How then did you turn degenerate and become a wild vine? Though you wash yourself with lye and use much soap, the stain of your guilt is still before me, says the Lord. How can I say, I am not defiled, I have not gone after the basis? Look at your way in the valley, know what you have done, arrested young camel, interlacing her tracks, a wild ass at home in the wilderness, in her heat shifting the wind. Who can restrain her lust? None who seek her need, weary themselves. In her month they will find her. Keep your feet from going there, and your throat from thirst. But you said, it is no use, for I love strangers, and after them I will go. As a thief is shamed when caught, so the house of Israel shall be shamed. They, their kings, their officials, their priests, and their prophets, who say to a tree, you are my father, and to a stone, you gave me birth. For they have turned their backs to me, and not their faces. But in the time of their trouble, they say, come and save us. But where are your gods that you made for yourself? Let them come, if they can save you in your time of trouble. For you have as many gods as you have towns, O Judah. Why do you complain against me? You all rebelled against me, says the Lord. In vain I have struck down your children. They accept no correction. Your own sword devoured your prophets like a ravening lion. And you, O generation, behold the word of the Lord. Have I been a wilderness to Israel, or land, or thick darkness? Why then do my people say, we are free, we will come to you no more? Can you, young woman, forget ornaments, or bride her attire? Yet my people have forgotten me, days without number. How well you direct your course to seek lovers, so that even to wicked women you have taught your ways. Also on your skirts is found the lifeblood of innocent poor, though you do not have them breaking in. Yet in spite of all these things, you say, I am innocent. Surely his anger has turned from me. Now I'm bringing you to judgment for saying, I have not sinned. Why do you go about so much to change your way? You shall be put to shame by Egypt, as you were put to shame by Assyria. From there also you will come away with crowns on your head, for the Lord has rejected these in whom you trust, and you will not prosper through them. So there. Take that.
What is God so upset about? And what does that mean? Turn away from.
They worship the gods.
What does that mean? What are they doing?
Not treating order.
Right.
I actually think all of these words, the one word, one context that slips in, mention the poor. up, I always thought, worshiping other gods meant, went built a building and
Right,
named it
right,
to the
right.
god, and went in there and said, this god is our god. It's not like that. What you worship shows what you do.
It's also, though you did not catch them breaking in, so that it's not only that they're poor, but that you blame the poor for whatever your problem is.
Yeah, and I think I wrote to myself here, you turn your backs to me and not their faces, but in the time of trouble, they say, come and save. But where are your gods that you made for yourself? And I think that Jeremiah knows the gods that have been constructed as the ones that save us, the god of money, the god of power, position and power in the world, and maybe a whole list of other things that, again, they're very concrete. So when God is upset, and to me the clue to it is, the whole sermon begins with, okay, so let's get clear. Where did this nation called Israel come from? It came from a group of people led into a barren land where there was nothing. Water was provided, food was plentiful, all from my hand to you. And in constituting you, I gave you guidelines, and they are, it sounds like the social justice gospel. The guidelines are, since you receive everything you have, then you are to be the people who will, what is it, pass it on, pay it forward, do something that says, we got here not out of our own, volition. We got here because we're gifted by God. And so what is the implication? All the talk about the law of God. Then we go look for the Ten Commandments. The law of God is implied in the way God relates to us. You're going to receive from me like you do. You are bound by the law of God then to be that kind of person in the world. What have you done? You've chased after other ideas of success and like a camel in heat. It's just
It actually, in verse 26, as a thief is shamed when caught, so the house of Israel shall be shamed. God has given you all this stuff, and you have not done the right thing with it.
Yeah, what you've done is, okay, so you're the king, you're the priest, you've got all this. What have you done? You've gone out and robbed the poor. What? How does that work? You're supposed to be the means of blessing to the poor, to the downtrodden. And then there's two references to Assyria and Egypt. Again, Jeremiah believes that the people now, suffering as they are from the bad ventures that they have done to get rich and become powerful, they've lost several battles. And where are they going? They're going to go to Egypt, and they're going to make a deal with Egypt. And Egypt is essentially going to become their god. And Jeremiah is warning them. If you get into bed with the current Egyptians, there's not anything left of you. Just like you made the same deal with the Assyrians. And then they came marching into your cities, tore your walls down. And you hear Jeremiah going, I don't know what's wrong with you people. But I think it's specific to Israel. I think it's something to do with us. It is human nature. It is human nature. But the warning is here. It's He's trying to discipline children, but they accept no correction. And I also know this harkens back to things I've said before, but when you get these summaries from Jeremiah, there's almost a different history of Kings 1 and 2, Chronicles 1 and 2. The history is a history of a warrior nation who did really well in battle.
No?
Yes, that's the tagline. You know, the tagline is, look at us, we're the conquering nation, look at King David, I hate picking on King David, but you know, he's gotta be God's warrior, because he wins, and conquers nations, and he gathers the spoils of the nations, and brings them to Israel. The temple itself was built on the spoils of the wars and the conquest that had happened outside. In Jeremiah's telling of the history, you get a different history, and that is, you came out into the wilderness, and I handed you everything you have. I led you and handed you, and then I tell you, there's passages of scripture that say, you know, I went ahead of you to what was the promised land with hornets and with locusts. You've heard me talk about that, right? That the alternate history is they didn't fight a single battle. That they went into the land, and there had been an environmental disaster. And they moved into houses they did not build. They drank water from wells they did not dig, and they made wine from vineyards they never planted.
Sounds very contemporary. Is it not?
But so Jeremiah doesn't tell the history. He tells what scholars call salvation history. It's a salvation history of God at work, nurturing and developing a nation, and then the nation says, God who? God who? You don't. Are you talking about the God that made us gods? Because we're it. We're the gods.
I think the parent-child relationship and how many times children will say to their parents that you're anything their parents did for them.
Exactly. Yeah.
And I think that's an adequate metaphor to describe what is this exactly that happens. It's you come into this world, and an infant can't walk, feed yourself, or do anything, totally dependent on somebody. Then you get to the age 14, and all of a sudden, I don't need anybody. I do this all on my own. And there is something of that going on. But to me, the saving grace is it brings different ideas these days, because although it's except for that one mention of poor and the fact that this makes it seem like they robbed from the poor. I mean, if you want to describe something that's but robbing from the poor is a very common thing.
And maybe subtle sometimes, right?
Sometimes very subtle.
Yeah, it's not the physical.
You might not take their coat.
Right.
But if you're taking their land,
Well,
you
take
are
their
robbing
land, you
them.
take their future.
Right.
I think of, a lot of times they call certain kinds of loans. The loans.
Payday
What?
loans, the payday loans.
Yeah, and
where
there's a
they-
descriptive word, like they're ravenous loans, because
Usury.
but it's, you loan to people who need money, but the terms of loan are devouring.
They're set up so that on payday you go and you got a little extra money because it's payday. So you take a loan because you got bills that are beyond your pay.
Right.
And then you owe more and you never can satisfy that loan. It just keeps building. They try to. There were groups that were working towards trying to eliminate. IAF was one. Going after a lot of these banks. They set up in poor neighborhoods just for that purpose. And we were trying to see if we get some legislation to outlaw the usurious, I can't how to say that word. Yeah. And then it's
Credit
just,
card. The charge is 24/7, plus the late payment,
No,
there
you're
are
not gonna
times,
pay
for
it.
some reason or another, my payment wasn't in, it's like, what, you're crazy. Of course, or the college loans, that they borrow 20,000, and 20 years later, you owe 40,000.
That was the word.
Predatory.
It's a predatory relationship, and that's what's described.
Yep.
The people who have been the recipients of grace upon grace from God become predators to people who cannot defend themselves.
I was just listening today, and had someone who wrote a book, of course, and she was comparing white and black individuals and in similar circumstances, and how different life was for them. And the one person was and they both worked. These two women worked as nurses aides. They one together. The one person was told, the white person was told, oh, you're doing a good job. Why don't you apply for this scholarship or something that is available because you're doing so well? Whereas the black person, people said, what do you mean you want to go to college? Why would you want to go to college?
Victim of low expectations. That happens.
And again, it's a way of robbing the future. In the case of predatory loans, I get it, because, I mean, I don't know, maybe I don't get it, because you're gonna loan to people who can't really afford, so they borrow because they can't afford. You really hope to get the loan paid?
No, but you hope to get as much as you can before you have to abandon, trying to get it all back. And you're going to make a lot of money doing it because people end up, having to forfeit whatever they own. Their homes, their cars, their
And then they don't realize that there are avenues like, the medical debt, like when I had a bill at the hospital, I said, I'm not, this is not right. There are places you go to argue the point, and I did, New Jersey has something. A lot of people don't know about that.
They don't.
Those bail-ins, et cetera.
That's why when Obama's administration was launching what was called Obamacare, people always cost us a fortune. So you have no idea how it currently works. Because as a pastor, I remember one man, a homeless man in front of the church got a car. And so I went out, and the deacon's gone out. He was homeless, and he had nobody. And so the police came, and they said, well, this man needs a hospital. I said, gotta go. They say, well, he has no money. I said, this is the United States. Put the man in the ambulance, and someone will pay for this. They will, because it's the law. So they took him to the hospital, and I mean, he had some pretty serious injuries. A lot of money was going to be spent. And he said to me, there's absolutely no way. And I said to him, don't worry about it. There was no Obamacare, but there was what I call Invisicare. Because the invisible and undescribed reality was that hospital had to care for by law.
Charity care. And then it goes on your bill if you have insurance. Or even if you don't.
So
If you have means.
If you don't have insurance.
Right. The idea was, let's get this out in the open, and let's structure this. So when he went, they told him, well, we can't get this benefit if you have an address. You gotta have an address. So I gave him the address to the church. Send the bill to the church. See how that goes for you. But and it's just this sense that the easiest people to prey on are the people who don't have the resources to defend themselves. And so then predatory people can go about. And okay, that's human nature. Right? Look out nature, the lion preys on the smaller. But we're human beings.
Well, I think that's being questioned.
Well, I think that Jeremiah is arguing, you're better than that.
He's also saying you're kind of like the wild animals.
You are, you're behaving like the wild animals when what your story actually is that you have received in a way that nobody ever does. You in particular have received, and that's why I still go back to saying the golden thread of the word to Abram and Sarah is lost in the narrative. I don't know why it was dropped, but the mission statement of God, this was picked up by liberation theology and becomes the forefront of liberation theology. That phrase, I call you to be my own, that you will be a blessing to the families of the earth. That's it.
But it depends on what you think is a blessing. It really does, because when Europeans came to this continent, they convinced themselves that they were going to be a blessing to these people that they were murdering and displacing and robbing, but we're going to bring them God. And I think a lot of people actually thought they were being a blessing. They really did. I don't think all of them were. Maybe the rulers, the kings, and they were in it like just get us the gold and exactly. Make sure it's profitable. But there were always missionaries along with it, so that you felt like oh, you were doing a good thing. People tried to convince themselves that what they were doing was a righteous thing.
Yeah. My missiology professor, he was from Costa Rica, and brilliant man, just absolutely brilliant. But he would always insist. So for those of us, we had to be very careful and talk about North America, because he would say, you people in the United States, you don't really have a word for yourself. You should be Aussies or something, because you're not Americans. You're not the only Americans. There are Americans from the tip of the North Pole to the South Pole.
Right.
That's America. And then he would say, you talk about the history of America. And the history of America is taught to children through the Aussian point of view.
Starts with 1492.
His thing was, get a name for yourself, for God's sake. Because you are not Americans in this sense. So then he would say, if I could do one thing for you as your seminary professor, I would put you on a plane and I would fly you to some country, maybe Costa Rica, but some country in South America, send you to their high school history classes, where you would learn that what we were taught about by the explorers that came from Spain, and they came and they were looking for fountain of youth and red gold. He would say, there you would learn a history you've never heard. And the history they teach is these peaceful oceans, offshores, and the people come running out of curiosity, and then priests, the church representatives would come off of the boats first, and then they would baptize them. And it goes to that point where they were doing them a favor. And you see the rationale for it is, these are primitive people who are going to go to hell and burn in hell. We baptize them, we've jettisoned them out of that future hell, and then killed them before they had a chance to change their mind.
We saved them.
They saved them, literally saved them. But we don't, his point was, got very passionate. You don't know that history. You don't know any of that. And his big thing too was that North American missionaries went out in mission and paved the way for economic and industrial exploitation. The missionaries paved the way, and who came in right behind them and cleared pathways? American industrialists. People came in and then exploited and enslaved the missionaries were still to be going to take care of.
I think that's ironic when we say you have to be an American to get into America. And these people coming from South are Americans. They're Americans too.
They're Americans. It's like Columbus would go to his grave telling you, I am Costa Rican. I am American. I am an American. And I demand the rights of an American. But that was taught in a tiny corner of Philadelphia, you know. How that word spread, that's up to me and my classmates. Fortunately, Presbyterian Church has changed its missiology. They've changed the approach to how missions are done. More like the mustard seed school, which goes in and seeks to use the people and their strengths developed to care for themselves and to find, yes, still send resources from other places, but to allow dignity of person in their understanding what it means for us to save them.
Gotta be careful. You're going to be called a communist.
You know,
In industrial areas, it was always let the people of the community speak for themselves. Don't you go in and say, this is what you need. Exactly. Let people speak and help them to organize so they do that. That's communism.
I was just going to say, I had this CNN tape you gave on the Fair Food Program. And you know, I think it's really exciting. It's a very clear, concise program of what it is involved in it. But I can tell you right now, I wrote City College, the economics department would tell you the ideas that are behind organizing those labors is communism.
Everything they don't like,
Socialism,
the industrialists, everything the people in power don't like is either socialism or communism nowadays, right? So what are you going to do? Call me communist.
There's a lot of lawyers, even in the very well-to-do circles, business in North America, that work for this company and tell anybody how much they make.
Oh, yeah.
Fired.
Right. Well, they're changing that.
Because they commit
There
this.
was legislation.
There's also legislation that,
That's right. That has to be right?
Think of the word, but if you lose a job, you can go to a competitive,
Non-competitive
non-compete clause, they're saying, or.
Yeah, a lot of that is coming out of the labor movements that are kind of getting revived now. That's very socialism. Yay, Bernie Sanders.
Bernie Sanders has the guts to say, I'm a democratic socialist.
Exactly.
And then I can't help it, but capitalist. No, you're not. You're not capitalist unless you're going to build your own road. You're going to build your own road? You're going to build your own school? Are you going to build your school? I'm not going to do that. Our whole system as a nation depends upon, go back to my homeless friend that was hit by a car. It depends upon the well-being of everyone that undergirds our life together.
The government for the people.
Yes.
And not the people for the government, or the corporation, or
And
whatever.
it's supposed to be for the welfare of the people, not for the exploitation of people.
Did you say fair?
I did. It's right in there. Read your Constitution. Isn't it in Trump's Bible? He's got the Constitution in there. I wonder if he changed that word.
Yeah. How many times is the word nonsense in there? Because that's a big mistake. I think is well, yeah. Next thing you know, these people.
They might want to eat or live in a house with a roof over their head. My God. Exactly. You don't want that. That's dangerous. Well, they're trying their best not to. I mean, with this push to get rid of books. And it's gone way beyond, okay, this is kind of offensive. Now it's like classics. Oh, it's scary.
So the God that's being pursued in a lot of these is the God of wealth. It's the God of control. The retelling history is about control. It is, it's like in South America, the biggest part of the revolution took over. They started teaching history. They started teaching the more accurate history about things that happened, so that the younger generation would begin to understand what threats were to their existence, and begin to really tell the story. It blows my mind still. People think that the American slavery industry was a benefit to African Americans.
Do you think people actually believe that? I know they say it.
I think the politician that delivered in that speech really believes that the African people did not know how to feel.
They didn't know anything. They weren't human.
They know anything. They weren't human.
They weren't really human. They were a different type.
Yeah.
There was a lot of that.
There was. I mean, that was the basis of the way the laws, the two law systems, like the courts were not open to these people. They were not human.
Right.
They just.
That made it easy to beat and exploit them because you know, it's like an animal, you know. You own.
They're not human,
So if you don't like your dog, you can take it out to the gravel pit. Sorry. I mean, come on. We treat, everybody's upset about that because we treat animals in this country better than people a lot of times.
We feed our animals more than we feed the poor.
Yeah, exactly.
I actually feel guilty about that.
I said to somebody, I grew up on a farm with my grandfather. He had hunt dogs. And there's a phrase that still exists in my world when they go back, and that is that dog hunt. And that's if you have an idea it's not going to work. Yes, they say that dog is not going to hunt. But the reason that phrase existed was because my grandfather would have 10 beagles. Inevitably, one of the 10 beagles would hunt. Or they're gun shy. As soon as gun got it, they would light up. Nobody ever in any of them, they were all communities, like a shot dog. Ever. That was a dog that grandchildren came to play. You let that one out because all that dog was play.
It was a pet dog.
That was a pet dog. Yeah.
Not working.
14 months old, this dog didn't behave.
Didn't behave because it was play. Too much play. Scared up pheasants before we were ready to shoot them.
Well, they're actually, she did say it was attacking other animals. Was it chickens or something? I know on All Creatures Great and Small, when they had dogs that did not herd the sheep, that actually chewed up the sheep, they did put those down. Yeah, but I'm not defending her. This is America, and, she can say she's a farmer, but she's also.
Give the dog away.
Exactly, just someone who can take the time to train it.
Yeah, someone wants a dog that plays.
Yeah.
I mean,
And like a chicken.
On our farm, there was a dog that, they would say, once the dog tastes chicken blood,
He'll attack
could
them.
never, ever let that dog free a farm. Because they break it, there's toxins. They break it, and they will kill chickens.
So you find another place for them.
We had a dog, Luba is his name, and Luba loved to kill chickens. And so they put him on a lead line, on a chain. It wasn't rape, but it was bad. And we go over and we play with Luba, but you could not be let free on the farm, just couldn't. But again,
But is Christine really a farmer?
one known as a drug person.
That was the ulterior motive. John Tester is the only real farmer in Congress, right? A Montana farmer. He actually likes to be seen plowing the fields. He really does. He's got the buzz cut, and he's a Democrat. And you wouldn't think it, but and he keeps saying, I'm the only farmer. I'm the only one who understands this. These people who like to be seen shooting things and, calling themselves farmers. They're not farmers, I'm the only farmer. And I don't know what Christine does when she's not murdering dogs or sitting in Congress, but I doubt that she's, I think you're right, I think that was the intention, to show, the MAGA people that she's tough and, even though she's a woman, she can do the things that you think men should be doing, like shooting their dogs, I mean.
Well, to me, it's the mock debate goes on about government. Government officials don't have the courage to do what needs to be done. They don't have the courage, and so you gotta keep people there that have edge, do what's necessary, even if it's not popular, and all the rest of it. That's very much a part of the ethos. Let's send somebody down to Washington that has the courage to drain the swamp. Guts. Yeah, guts. Real guts. And no, the RD deal. How to negotiate. I mean,
that is a big joke.
I mean,
I never dealt a good deal.
Welcome into a leader. And that's the, are you really? Are you really? Or do you just down there serve yourself?
Yeah.
Yeah,
exactly. Things never change. Things stay the same. That's awful.
And honestly, there's just so much this political ethos today that I just don't understand. This promise that I'm going to deport all of the undocumented.
All those non-Americans from America.
And yet, somewhat silently, these farmers that you see, these farmers are saying,
No, we need to
do not get rid of these farm workers. You'll have no peaches, no tomatoes, nothing. You'll have nothing. In fact, why someone hasn't authored and structured temporary visas for people to come and work.
They do have it.
It's small.
Yeah.
And it's abused too. Yeah.
And these are farmers who have a vote and they have a cog in the food wheel. But it just seems to me it gets ignored for other kinds of pointless concerns. When I did flood recovery work down Floyd, entirely the needs community that had all undocumented. They were all undocumented. Most of them were close to me. There was a pipeline, and this happens in the towns of down the brook. There was a pipeline, so families would come, and they were where should I go? Go to down brook because your aunt's there, your uncle is there. So the community is from Santa. As I got to know these people, they were all from San Isidro in Costa Rica. Like how people all from? They said, well, this is the church. And then it turns out in an unfolding, miraculous way, who's the pastor of your church? What's a really big church? I said, it must be. And told me his name. I went to seminary with him.
There you go.
But here was the thing I learned. When I worked among them, worked with them, and cared about their families, and my kids made best friends, these people, I learned that the myths that were out there, which were, they have health benefits. They have health benefits. The government pays these undocumented. No, they don't. No, they don't. These people do not have any health care. They don't. And then the other one, which is just my family members who spout all these things all the time. And then I would come in my older, and I would say, not one person who's undocumented can work in the United States with a social security number. They all have social security numbers. Many of them have different names that work that they have at home. So I learned their both names, learned the two names. But they pay into the social security system, and they can never collect. And you're going to spend a conspiracy here. Here's mine. Democrats and Republicans in power know this.
Sure.
And everybody knows the social security system is very fragile. If they were ever to kick out the social security system, the undocumented payments into it collapse.
Not only that, if they would just take cap off, that cap payments, so that only, middle income and lower pay, and the wealthy don't pay more than, you're the bus driver. Yeah, exactly. And then they tell you, they have the nerve to tell you it's broken, and it'll never work. You have to give that up. The little bit that you get, you gotta give that up, even though you paid into it. I know a lot of undocumented folks work off the books too, but then too, they get no benefit. They get nothing.
And the ones that benefit are
The employers, because they don't have to pay all those taxes.
Well, that's the employers, the social security too.
They pay us
So they don't
I'm learning
pay.
the pain of it in terms of running school is the employee tax. The employee tax is grown to take a very significant number. It's one thing for us to make payroll. Then we have to pay our share of the tax to pay payroll. It's
Making up for all the taxes that should be collected.
as the state.
All these loopholes for billionaires could be lessening those taxes for the every.
What was the phrase?
Common person.
On your skirt is found the blood of the innocent poor.
Well, try saying that on Sunday.
Well, my problem is I would say it on Sunday, but it's preaching to the choir.
Well, there were times. What was the IBM thing?
Oh, I know, there were times here where I wouldn't have been pastor.
Yeah. Apartheid? No. Wait. You can't say that. Who said that? Jesus. Oh, no, I don't think so. I mean, sometimes when you hear Jesus' words, you think, Jesus said that? Couldn't be. That had to be a communist. That had to be a socialist. Right. Your translation is faulty.
All right, well, thank you. So this actually went out over the live stream, so I'm tapping into our conversations and nice.
There were those communists there.
I'm kidding, of course. Thank you for tuning in and watching. I know Colette, I know you came back around watching again, so saying hello to you. And now I'm saying bye.
Oh, goodness.
So you're surviving after your kids
Oh, yeah, they've gone now for, what, this is the second 2 weeks?
neighbor.
Yeah,